to 5-on-5 we go. Our Bronx Player of the Week is actually a Team of the Week this week. Not only a Bronx team, but a team that features two standouts from the borough itself, and that's the Fordham University women's track and field team. With the celebration of National Girls and Women in Sports Day and the beginning of the 50th anniversary of Title IX last week, the Fordham women's track and field team carried that celebration into last Friday's action, creating another benchmark moment for the program. The Fordham women won the Metropolitan Indoor Track and Field Championship for the first time in team history at the Ocean Breeze Athletic Complex on Staten Island. The Rams recorded 153 points on the day to place first, and they did that ahead of St. John's and fellow Bronx College, Manhattan College. Manhattan finished fourth, but the toast of the town are the Rams. Congrats to these amazing athletes from our own backyard. We'll stick in our own backyard sports-wise and move on to number 4 on this 5-on-5, where the NYCFC Academy and Youth Program wins the SEFT Cup, SEFT. That's the under 12-year-old feeder program for NYCFC. Perhaps the future of the MLS, and maybe the reigning champion NYCFC club here in the Bronx. In at number 3, how about a shout out to NHL goal-scoring leader Chris Kreider? The Broadway Blue Shirt star was the oldest competitor in the NHL All-Star Skills Fastest Skater competition. He finished third of the 8 players participating. Not too shabby for Kreider. We have more from Las Vegas with the New York Rangers star.
No, kind of a whirlwind, getting here, meeting, put your stuff on, go and skate. So I think everyone's just happy to get through it in one piece, right? But a lot of fun. I mean, hanging out with the guys from your division and conference, and seeing some of my buddies from the other conference I don't get to see as often. So, I mean, obviously having the kids around and stuff, it's just an awesome event for families and for guys at the midpoint here.
At number 2, the New York Jets coaching staff led the way in the 73rd annual Senior Bowl over the weekend. The Detroit Lions and Jets staffs coached the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, getting an up-close look at more than 100 college prospects for the 2022 NFL Draft. The Jets have the number 4 selection and had not coached a Senior Bowl team since 1979 under coach Walt Michaels. We go back inside the locker room for more.
There's going to be adversity for these kids this week. Someone's going to drop a ball, they're going to miss a block, and they're going to feel, I mean, think about the pressure that is on all these young men to perform their job. And under this light, under this pressure, when they make a mistake, what do they look like? How do they respond? Can you pick something up that tells you that, shoot, when he gets to New York and he gets pounded for something, can he handle it? And that's a real thing. So it's those are all things we're always looking at.
And at number 1, what's going on with the Brooklyn Nets fans? Losing has become commonplace of late for the team. Here's head coach Steve Nash on the latest with the sinking Nets.
Yeah, tough game. I felt for the guys. You know, they worked hard, and I was really proud of them for keeping their spirit the whole game. We're going through a tough stretch. We're undermanned, and we're asking guys to do more. And played against an excellent offensive team, excellent team overall in general. So, you know, you could get into all sorts of details of what went wrong, but the reality is it's a very good team. Played very good basketball, made shots, and our guys, you know, stayed together and fought through it. So I'm proud of them for that.
We had a chance. We had a few chances, and some of our focus level kind of diminished as they started making shots. And, you know, we came to the bench. We had some good talks about adjustments that we wanted to make. But it was just a battle of will tonight, and they took over the game. So we definitely had our chances, you know, take some positives from it. But, I mean, I'm kind of just saying that, kind of tired of saying that. And, you know, we just got to keep playing. You know, nobody's going to feel bad for us. So I'm like really just looking forward to the next play, next possession, every time down, and trying to take those possessions and learn what I can from it, and then address it as we come to the bench, and just getting everyone on that same page and that same process. You know, 1-3 or, you know, a 5-point swing or 9-point swing is not do or die. It's just we got to keep the train going.
To the back end of 5-on-5 we go with a look ahead, as always. But before we do, how about we spearhead the one spot with one final look back in our newest add to the Sports Roundup, and that's on this date in Bronx sports history. On this date, the Bronx Bombers said goodbye to the greatest coach in franchise history. Yes, you heard that correctly. Frank Peter Joseph Cressetti was born on October 4th, 1910, but passed away 20 years ago today on February 11th, 2002. The Crow played shortstop for the Yankees for his entire 17-year Major League Baseball career before becoming a coach with the franchise for another 20 seasons. Get this, as a player and third base coach for the Pinstripers, Cressetti was part of 17 World Championship teams and 23 World Series participants overall from 1932 to 1964, the most of any individual in baseball history. He died in 2002 at age 91 from complications from a fall. At the time, he was the last surviving member of the 32, 36, 37, and 1939 World Series champions here in the Bronx. But it was his coaching career for me. Think about all those titles in the 50s and 60s, the dynasty. It has been said of Cressetti that he has waved home 16,000 runners in 25 years from the third base coaching box at the old Yankee Stadium right here in the Bronx. I've said it here before, and I'll say it again on the show. Thanks, Mom, for all of those great Bronx baseball stories. I miss you every single day. The Crow is super, and of course, so is Super Bowl Sunday. That headlines the two spot here. LA Rams, Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday in Cali at 6:30 p.m. Anything is better than last weekend's Pro Bowl. Sheesh. At 3 on the NBA hardwood, the Knicks are in Portland tomorrow, where the orange and blue will wrap their West Coast swing. The club then returns Monday, Valentine's Day, to host OKC at 7:30 p.m. Oh, it's in our hearts. Indeed it is, Knicks fans. Meantime, in at number 2, the Nets are in Miami to face the Heat Saturday night at 8 p.m. They'll be dancing in Miami, hoping to win. And it won much praise to NASCAR in its opening race this past weekend, the Clash from the LA Coliseum. It was a huge success. NASCAR is off this weekend, but returns this coming week for some action in Daytona on February 17th. The series is gearing up for the Daytona 500 later this month, the month of February. The Daytona 500 is a can't miss. So is my C-list every single week. This C-list is a Super Bowl prediction. Let me preface first. The LA Rams are the more likely team to win this game. It's a home game for them, after all. Plus, my predictions during the pandemic haven't been as good as they used to be. I'm honest about it. Maybe I just missed the mojo of our Bronx studio. Who knows? Too much time spent at home in 2020, 21, and 22. It's finally getting to me, you know? I digress. I'm still going for it here with the C-list, and I'm taking the dogs, folks. Well, the Bengals, that is. 33-28 over the Rams. And the logic is actually pretty simple. To beat LA, you need an all-out passing attack. And it's Joe Burrow and Cincy's time, my friends. I believe he will have a great game. I think he'll have great success throwing the football. 33-28, Burrow MVP. Book it! And that's right, I got the Richard Petty jacket on. I'm ready for NASCAR. I'm ready for football. I'm ready for all the stuff here, folks. That's your look at sports. We'll see you next time right here on BronxNet. I'm Bobby C.